Alrighty guys, I would like to present to you the newest champion, Vex the Gloomist. In this video, we're going to be going over everything about the champion, all of her abilities, gameplay, and much, much more. But why don't we just start with the pentakill really quick? That is right guys, the newest mage champion is finally here, and we have all of her abilities, gameplay, and everything you could want to know about this champion. I'm going to leave timestamps down below if you'd like to skip to any specific part, but let's get right into it. Starting with Vex's passive, it's called Doom and Gloom. Doom periodically makes Vex become empowered by Doom, causing her next basic ability to interrupt dashes and fear enemies. Gloom makes it so whenever a nearby enemy dashes or blinks, they become marked with gloom. Vex's next basic attack against a marked enemy detonates the mark, dealing bonus damage and refunding part of Doom's cooldown. Next up, Vex's Q, Mistral Bolt. Vex launches a wave forward, dealing magic damage to enemies it passes through. After a short delay, the wave accelerates, but it has reduced width. Mistral Bolt also detonates gloom on any marked enemies it hits. Next up, Vex's W, Personal Space. Vex gains a shield and emits a shockwave, dealing magic damage to enemies around her. Personal Space also detonates gloom on any marked enemies it hits. Now for Vex's E, Looming Darkness. Shadow flies to a location, increasing in size as it travels. On arriving, Shadow deals magic damage, slows, and it marks enemies hit with gloom. And finally, Vex's ultimate, Shadow Surge. Shadow flies forward, marking and dealing magic damage to the first enemy champion hit. Vex can then recast this ability to have her shadow pull her to the marked target, dealing additional magic damage. And if the marked target dies within a short time of taking damage from Vex's ultimate, Vex can then recast her ultimate again within a few seconds. Now some of these abilities may seem confusing, but as we move on to the gameplay now, it'll all start making a lot more sense. Alrighty guys, and now we are going into the world's first official gameplay of Vex. A writer was kind enough to send this over since I am in the League Partner Program, so thank you to Riot. But it looks like this Vex is starting E, and keep in mind most of these gameplay team members, the people in this game, are like high diamond master tier challenger. And it looks like it's actually an amazing idea to start E first. Basically, I was able to get a fear off, a lot of damage, and the circle, the radius of the E is pretty big. It seems like pretty hard to avoid, not gonna lie. And it looks like once Vex's passive is up, looking to go in yet again. It looks like they're trying to get the passive to proc, and now using the Q to shove the wave. Now, one thing we should probably look at is the mana cost. So far, Vex has used 3 abilities. Make that 5 and is at half mana. That seems about standard for a mage, nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. This Vex is using mana flow ban, so there is that to keep in mind. But the combos we want to keep an eye out for are probably EQ and then E into running up to them and pressing W for the shockwave damage. And look at that trade right there. Okay, alright, so yeah, Vex was running. The second Vex at level 3 runs forward towards the Victor, trying to get that W off. And now probably going to use Q, I'd imagine, any second now. Probably going to look to poke. I mean, Victor is half health, and Vex has her passive up now. But may just look to take a slower approach since there's all these minions. If I were her, I would definitely go proc mana flow ban, though. But, you know, if rioters knew what they were doing, a Cully wouldn't be so bad. I'm completely joking, guys. I'm just joking. These rioters are really good. Alright, looking for the auto. 2 points in Q, so E level 1, but then max in Q. I'd imagine that is the most consistent way to wave clear, because with every mage, you always want to be looking to max your wave clear ability. And here we go, first thing. So, you can use the W, get the fear off, and then instantly take out half of Lee Sin's health. And both of them were marked for a brief moment, and I believe that means that they could have popped that and either fear or do a bunch of damage on it. I don't really remember. Gonna miss the fear, but I mean, that's a kill. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't flash if I was Victor either, but Vex is gonna use the flash W just to do a little bit more damage. I think that might have helped make it so there's no point for Victor to flash. But looks like not gonna get the cannon, even though, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Since Zin's not in the area, Lee Sin could have gotten the kill. Anyways, let's see what they go for first. Lost Chapter. Yep, definitely standard mage build, I would imagine. Not sure what the mythic will be, but Lost Chapter is the current meta for all mages, I would say. So, gonna TP back in. No flash available. And I would imagine you're not gonna want to use your E if you have no flash on this champion, because you're completely immobile. And I think it's good that this Vex isn't even using her Q to like shove the wave while she has no abilities. So you might want to do some poke now with her abilities, get that mana flow to proc. But either way, with no flash, see, this is how you know they know what they're doing. Not pushing for no reason, although taking a lot of poke, that's for sure. Ooh, okay, dodges that. Yeah, just getting harassed, honestly. But you know, it seems like all of Vex's abilities fly out pretty quickly. Oh, see that? Completely cancels out the Lee Sin Q with W. Wow, just instant fear makes the Lee Sin just cancels the Q damage, and then using her own Q to pop that wave pretty hard, missing more cannons. This makes me very upset. Alright, one minion, gonna hit an ability. Q it. That pops, then ult. Part 1, then part 2. Okay. And then recast the R, and then or is able to recast R and then use the second part of R again. So I'll move on to the next part. Alrighty guys, and now we're moving on to the first dragon fight of this game. I'd imagine looking for a long range ultimate is the move, just like in the trailer. Looks like this rider agrees. You don't have to play dangerously since you're a squishy champion, but looks like casting the ult. It does land, gonna fly in, go for the W onto everyone with flash. No, it looks like no reset didn't kill fast enough, so you're not gonna get the reset, but I mean, look what they got done with that. That's pretty good. Alrighty, and now we're going into the second dragon fight. Flash is up, so they might have reset with their Riot client, just to simulate another dragon fight. So let's see how they play it. Ult immediately into the W, and then Q everyone in the backline for all the AoE. Tries to recast the ult. Might as well, because it does go on cooldown after a few seconds. And if 2 dragon fights weren't enough for you, why don't we see how this rider plays the 3rd dragon fight? Because you know what? You can never restart the past minute enough times in your life. That's what my mom always said. Okay, I want to see an ult onto the Victor. Okay, misses Victor, but gets her. Okay, there we go. Gives the Victor a second to zigzag around. Recast at the last second. That was actually really clean, because they got to follow the red planted Victor and gets another reset. Oh jeez, it's literally Katarina, but more overpowered. Oh Jesus, here we go again. All right, and now we are moving on to a little bit longer into the game. You know, fast forward 25 minutes. All right, let's see how Vex plays this. Front line in the way. You don't want to waste your ult on the front line, but you're gonna use some of your abilities, because you can't just stand around there. Alright, go look for an angle. Okay, that's an angle on the ultimate. Alright, gets to the back line, doesn't hit. Alright, that's going to give multiple resets. Alright, another reset imminent. Gonna go for Lee Sin or Victor, I'd imagine, in just a second. Oh, but waited to get them a little bit lower with Q and E, just so you can get a reset. And then waits for... waited for Mundo to go a little bit further away from Victor, and then tries to go for the play, but, you know, died. We are now breaking the universe and replaying. We're going back in time 2 minutes. So let's see what happens. Looks like a good opportunity. Oh no. Maybe not the best idea to ult right there. Yeah, not gonna get the reset, but look at all that damage, all the fears that just went off. I'm definitely leaning towards this champion is strong. I don't want to say overpowered because every champion is always overpowered and it's a meme at this point, but you know, I don't even need to say it at this point. Yep. All right. And now we continue on. It looks like the enemy team is sieging in this situation. Vex just hits an EQ and then finishes off with an R. Gonna fly into them. All right. Easy reset. Okay. Within 3 seconds, ults again. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, she's very fed, but still, that was gross. And for our last clip, we have an actual pentakill, as we showed earlier in the video. But now that we know how Vex works, EQ, amazing damage. Yep, just gonna follow up with the ultimate. Might as well. Knowing that you're gonna get them low enough, you can just dash in and finish them off with the W and another Q. You might as well. Yep, see, you just fly in and then use your W. Seems like every ability just goes so well together with this champion, even the passive. Crazy stuff. And well guys, that's it. I'll have my own Vex gameplay videos out tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for that. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think about Vex. Overpowered, underpowered, or balanced off your first impression. Thanks for watching guys, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace out.